Hello everyone, I'm back with another Reddit Addicts episode. If you find my videos entertaining, please kindly subscribe and like them. Thanks to everyone for your suggestions and kind notes. Now, let's get started with today's exciting stories.
My ex cheated on me because she thought I was going to break up with her. So for a little backstory, I 33M had been dating Sarah 32F for 6 years and loved every second of it. We were literally soulmates, and so obviously I was going to ask her to marry me. I had seen loads of crazy wedding proposals on YouTube and TikTok, so I knew this was something I wanted to get perfect. Eventually, I decided that I would take her to a really expensive restaurant, and when we got back I would have a beautiful display with loads of flowers and a sign asking her to marry me. I even had a speech prepared. So when the day came, I was all dressed up in a 400-pound suit, and when I told Sarah we needed to go, she came downstairs in a t-shirt, jumper and jeans. This upset me quite a bit, but I didn't tell her, because last time I commented on her outfit we had an argument and I just wanted this day to be happy. Once we were in the car and halfway to the restaurant, Sarah told me she felt ill, asked if I would pull over at the pharmacy and get her some paracetamol. Thinking nothing of it, I obliged. However, when I came out of the store my car was missing and there was an envelope addressed to me where the car was parked. Inside the envelope were pictures of her naked with another man and a note that said she knew I was going to break up with her, so she decided to cheat on me and leave me before I could do it to her. Can't write what the note actually read because there were some words in it that would get this post taken down. I have no clue where she got this idea from. Obviously, when she arrived home and saw the display I had set up in our room, she realized she had made a massive mistake. About 10 minutes after being abandoned, I got a call from her. She started the call by claiming it was a big joke, but when I mentioned the pictures she became really apologetic and then followed up by telling me she can't wait to get married. I hung up and called my friend and asked if I could stay the night, which is where I am writing this from. I've got no clue what I should do. Should I take her back? Story 2. M43, my partner of 15 years, F38, admitted to having a drink too much in a work party and kissing a coworker, and I ended it and moved out. Now I'm being blamed. In August, she came back from a 3-day workshop in another state, and she was not really herself. I thought she was tired or having a work issue that she'd rather not discuss, so I acted normally and never brought it up. Early September she said we need to talk, then confessed that after the work thing everyone went to the hotel's bar to celebrate and that someone kissed her and she kissed him back. She said she had drunk wine and says it wouldn't have happened without the alcohol. We've been together for about 15 years, neither had the desire to have children, so we have none. I always treated her with respect and trusted her fully, and the few disagreements we had over the years were silly nonsense that we worked out immediately and never even had one event that amounts to a fight. Still, cheating is and has always been to me a definitive and immediate relation killer. I knew exactly where I stood and didn't even think twice before telling her that I appreciate her honesty and the fact that she did not want to continue living a lie, but that it was over and I'll begin moving out in a few days. I couldn't stay with her in the same place and needed time to take in the shock, so I went and stayed with my mother and let it all dawn on me. It was painful. I felt immense betrayal. I thought about the best years of my life that I wasted with her and the times I shut down attempts by women or left immediately when I felt someone was becoming flirtatious, and I just felt like an utter fool. Anyway, I got calls from mutual friends and her family, and I remained very respectful to her, but told everyone that I can't recover from something like that and that it's over and no hard feelings. I then went back while she was out and took a few pieces of my own clothing and books and left everything else. Did not want to look pity and take any other items, even the things that I bought, which is basically pretty much everything since I always wanted to be the provider. That was in October, and since then I've been slowly recovering psychologically and getting back to my normal routine, and I think I will be alright. Naturally, I remember things from all the years we'd been together and I feel deep dark sadness, but I don't miss her nor want her back, and I can't imagine being with her again now that I visualize her kissing another man. I am thoroughly repulsed. The problem is that people on my side, a couple of my own friends and a few family members, have begun telling me that I was mistaken, and they just couldn't tell me that during the tougher times when my world was crashing down. I hear things like a single kiss is nothing, it's not like they had sex or even made out, you can't throw away 15 years for a few seconds of weakness, and the one I get the most is one form or another of it was the wine. As much as I'd like to claim that I'm totally confident and no words by anyone would make me doubt myself, they succeeded in making me wonder if I'd reacted in the wrong way. It takes time for my change of address to take effect, so she still gets my mail and bills and calls me, and I go to pick them up and act politely but very robotically. She still tells me that she's sorry and she'd do anything to get another chance, but the betrayal keeps replaying in my head and it's horrific. I don't want to be with her ever again. Now I'm neither looking for affirmation nor blame. I'm seeking your honest opinions no matter what they are, and I can take it no problems. Don't spare my feelings or anything. Just tell it as it is. Thanks you. TLDR. My longtime partner kissed another man and confessed to me, and I ended it all without much thinking. Now my own people tell me I rushed it and should have tried things to save the relation, and I'm confused. What would you advise? Story 3. I'm tired of my boyfriend making me feel guilty about my privileges. I, F26, have been dating my boyfriend, M28, for around 6 months. We met through a hikers group and we really hit it off from there. Turns out we have some mutual friends, and so we as a big group would get together and do weekend hikes and camping trips often. Hiking and camping is something that I started around a year ago. I was not an outdoors person, but it's kind of nice to just be out in nature, and I'm glad I have a new hobby. I still think that I'm more of a city girl. I like going out with my girlfriends, and I like trying new restaurants. My boyfriend has been hiking and camping practically since he was a child. It kinda is his one thing that he loves above all else. I then discovered that this is basically all he does. He really doesn't have any other hobby beside just hiking and camping. He's got a job working for a big outdoor retailer. The money is shit, but he enjoys. I have my own apartment, and I have my own routine. He has roommates that he lives with. He will help me clean around the place when he's here. I am never over at his place because it's a mess. It bothers me that he's over so often, because I want my own space too. When I brought it up that he shouldn't spend the night every night with me, he was so upset, and I basically have to sit down and explain that I just want my own damn space too. He's also upset at my spending habit. He thinks that I spend too much money on useless things like expensive groceries, my yoga and Pilates membership, my nails, my hair, etc. But I don't see the big deal. It's my money, so I can use it how I want to. Even when we go out to eat, I have never once asked him to pay because I know that I have expensive taste, and he can't afford it. I'm graduating this month, and I will be starting a job at a Big 4 accounting firm. My parents are so proud, and I am proud of myself too. They got me a vacation and they gave me first-class tickets as my graduation gift. They didn't get my boyfriend a ticket. When my boyfriend found out, he kept ranting about what a waste of money it was and how that money could be used to feed people or help less fortunate people. I was upset. It was a gift from my parents, and they can afford it. I know I'm fortunate, but I still shouldn't be made to feel guilty about the nice things I have. Edit. Wow, this post really blew up, so I have a few updates. I do pay for my own expenses and my own apartment. I do have a full-time job on top of school. My parents did pay for my tuitions, however. While my parents are well off, but they are never first-class tickets people on the regular well off. This was a huge gift from them for my MBA. I told my boyfriend that if he wanted to find a different path, I would help him find a counselor and looking for enrolling at a community college. I even offered to help him because I do care about him and I want a better future for him. He said, and I quote, "You're gonna work for the man and you're now trying to change me into one of them." So he is now my ex-boyfriend. I see now that we are not compatible. Thank you everyone so much for your support. I got a few laugh out of some. Shout out to the guy who warned me about the busy season. It's going to be hell, but at least they have me a signing bonus.
We hope you enjoyed this story. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next video. And before you go, please be sure to subscribe for more.